What's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Power Book Full Force Season 3 Theory and Prediction video. Now, the topic of today's theory and prediction video is, I have the top 2 reasons why Tommy will fall out with Diamond and Jernard forever, possibly leading to the death of one or both of them by this season's end, okay? Now, these top 2 reasons, at least one of them, may be obvious for a lot of us, but then people may be overlooking this other reason, especially if you haven't refreshed up on Season 2 of Power Book Full Force. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to explain to you guys the top 2 reasons why Tommy will fall out with Diamond and Jernard forever, and why there is no reconciliation, right? And it would be a miracle if there's a reconciliation for Tommy and CBI by the time Season 3 is over, right? This video is going to be another banger, of course. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, now, y'all, let's break it down like this. Now, first, I want to address the teaser. The teaser that we see, or the trailer that we see, where we see Tommy being very, very angry. And he busting off that big gold gun, right? A beautiful, one of the most sexiest firearms I've ever seen in my life, right? Speaking as somebody who likes guns. Now, as of now, it's very clear, right, that Miguel is going to be backing up Tommy in regards to what's going on with this. So, before I get into the Jernard and Diamond situation, right, let's talk about the fact that Maria will find a way for Miguel and Tommy to squash things and work together again, right? My assumption is that Maria finds a way to get out of Miguel's clutches. She finds her way back to Tommy. They arrange a meeting. She gets him to squash it. Boom, right? Right? The reason why I'm saying this is because I believe that by the time Miguel and Tommy are busting into this assumed church area, right? Tommy and Miguel are looking for Diamond and Jernard. And now here's where we get into the meat and potatoes of this situation, right? As we get into the top 2 reasons. The number 1 reason why Tommy will fall out with Diamond and Jernard forever, and he'll possibly get a chance to kill both of them, even though I'm saying right now that when they bust into this spot and they shooting at Jernard and Diamond, that he's not going to get a chance to kill them there. But we do have footage showing that there's this church place, then there's Tommy and Miguel busting in there, and then there's a different scene with Diamond and Jernard. They're inside this same place, it looks like, right? But what I'm saying is this. Y'all remember that there will be a funeral that D-Mac, his girl, Maria, Tommy will be going to. And it also seems like Miguel's going to be there too, right? This funeral has to be JP's funeral. There's no other person that dies that brings all of these people together, except for maybe Kate Egan, but we know Kate Egan is not going to die, right? JP dies. The question is, how does JP die? And now, after seeing what everyone else is saying on the internet, and now after thinking about it and going over Season 2, we have to understand that the reason why JP dies is going to be because of Diamond and Jernard and what they did together. Okay? Together. And these 2 scenarios connect with each other. So first, I'm going to say this. We remember D-Mac killed Sheamus as he was trying to do that for Diamond. Diamond knows that King Kilo has issues. Well, first of all, Diamond had issues with D-Mac, right? Boom. Then you got the fact that D-Mac goes out of his way. He kills Mad Dog. Mad Dog is King Kilo's nephew. After this happens, okay, Diamond says, I don't want nothing to do with that. He gives Jernard permission to go to King Kilo, and he has Jernard tell King Kilo, yo, listen, we're going to serve D-Mac up on a platter for you. Yes, it's D-Mac who did it. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Diamond did that knowing that Tommy would feel away. So now, that is the first reason. Tommy would never forgive Diamond or Jernard, right, for serving up his nephew on a platter to King Kilo no matter what D-Mac did. Tommy's solution would be, okay, King Kilo got a problem. Let's kill King Kilo. And let's kill whoever's attached to him. Diamond, because Diamond and King Kilo's gang the RDs, they got history before they had beef. Diamond is thinking about how I don't want to kill these people, go at these people all because of Tommy. So in the long run, Diamond is thinking about obviously potentially squashing things with the RDs and bringing everybody back to CBI, which when you're thinking about how he's thinking about it, cool, it makes sense. But because we're on Tommy's side, we're thinking about it like this. This is a major betrayal. So now with that being said, now you got King Kilo, played by Glenn Big Baby Davis, who, because he started serving his real time after everyone finished shooting the third season of Force, we know that he's at least going to be on the show for at least a few episodes. And we also know that he's coming home. So with him coming home, he's going to be looking to find D-Mac and kill D-Mac. And now, here's where, right, part two, or here's the second reason of what's going on. We can expect King Kilo to come home. He's going to be looking for D-Mac, right? Tommy is either not going to be oblivious to the fact that King Kilo is coming looking for D-Mac, or for whatever reason, he's going to know King Kilo is coming for D-Mac, and he's going to hide D-Mac somewhere, right? At least he deals with the King Kilo situation. My first thought is that he's not going to see the King Kilo situation coming. But even if he did, there's JP, which allows two situations for JP to be killed, right? Maybe three. But what I'm thinking about now is, right, King Kilo and his people, they come to JP's house looking for D-Mac. D-Mac's not there. They say eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, family member for a family member, okay? JP is D-Mac's father, right? We're going to kill your father. Or D-Mac is there and JP dies trying to protect D-Mac. But here's the thing, right? If D-Mac is not there when King Kilo goes looking for him, right, and his people, now the question is, who told King Kilo or his people where D-Mac lived? Who told them that JP is D-Mac's father, right? Who told them? That would be Jernard or Diamond or somebody connected to them like that, right? Unless they just say, hey, D-Mac lives here, and then they go shoot it up, right? Either way, somebody said something that they wasn't supposed to say. So now you got Diamond first offering up D-Mac on the platter, right? Which would have led to D-Mac's death. And then you have, right, King Kilo coming for D-Mac and JP dying because of it, right? Which then leads to JP dying. And of course, Tommy's going to do his due diligence. Or maybe we even have, you know what? I have an idea for a theory that I'm not going to say. But what I will say is Tommy finds out through somebody, right, that it was Jernard or Diamond who told King Kilo's people where D-Mac lived or where JP lived, and then they come for them. Which leads to the future scene of Tommy and Miguel busting in the spot after JP's funeral, busting in the spot, and then there you have Tommy making it hot and he's angry, right? There's still a possibility that while Tommy and them is at the funeral, Jernard and them shoot at them. I'm not so sure, but all of this is a possibility. Either way, those are the top two reasons why Tommy will fall out with Diamond and Jernard forever and kill them. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's target. That's touch by ink. That's on the dome, nigga.